you to eat starchy foods. So the sensible approach is not to give up sugar completely, but to know how to make smart food choices and control how you combine food sources. For example, instead of eating a bowl of white rice with braised pork, you can combine rice with a source of protein or fiber, such as rice with fish or rice with vegetables. This combination helps slow down the digestion process and reduce the absorption of glucose into the blood. The body will not have to deal with the sudden increase in blood sugar levels that it would if you ate white rice alone. Additionally, adding fiber-rich foods like green vegetables, berries, and beans can help stabilize blood sugar levels because fiber slows down the absorption of sugar. It's important to understand that diabetes management isn't just about cutting out sugar, it's about controlling your overall carbohydrate intake. You don't have to avoid carbs completely, but you do need to choose and combine them wisely. Number 2, choose foods wisely to avoid high blood sugar. Cutting out sugar completely may not be the optimal solution, so instead of eliminating all sugary foods, you should focus on choosing and combining foods appropriately to control blood sugar. A typical example is instead of eating white bread, choose whole wheat bread or black bread. These foods have a lower glycemic index, helping to slow down the rate of glucose absorption into the blood, thereby maintaining more stable blood sugar levels. In addition, combining foods rich in protein and fiber into meals is very important. Protein not only helps the body maintain muscle but also provides long-lasting energy, while fiber helps slow down digestion and slow down the rate of sugar absorption into the blood. For example, instead of eating bananas alone, you can combine bananas with chia seeds or flax seeds, or even eat bananas with eggs to provide more protein. This combination not only reduces the sudden increase in blood sugar but also provides essential nutrients for the body. In addition, adding healthy fats to the diet is also very helpful in controlling blood sugar. These fats, such as butter, olive oil and avocado, help slow down the absorption of sugar and improve insulin sensitivity. However, you also need to pay attention to the amount of calories when using healthy fats, because they provide very high energy. Just control the right amount and choose a reasonable source of fat, you will be able to maintain health and control blood sugar effectively. Instead of focusing on cutting out sugar, pay attention to choosing the right foods, especially those with a low glycemic index, rich in protein, fiber and healthy fats. The reasonable combination of these food groups will help you control blood sugar levels more sustainably and effectively. Number 3, manage stress and lifestyle habits. When it comes to managing diabetes, one important factor that many people often overlook is stress management. Have you ever felt so stressed and anxious that you couldn't focus on anything else? If so, you're not alone, and it can really have a negative impact on your health, especially for people with diabetes. When the body is stressed, it starts producing hormones like cortisol and adrenaline, which can cause your blood sugar levels to rise. That's right, stress doesn't just make you mentally tired, it also directly affects your body's ability to control blood sugar. Feeling stressed doesn't just come from work or life problems, but even worrying about your health can lead to an increase in cortisol levels. So, to reduce these negative effects, finding ways to manage stress is extremely necessary. You may not have tried it, but one of the most effective ways to reduce stress is meditation and yoga. These methods not only help the mind relax but also improve blood circulation, which is really important for people with diabetes. Many studies have shown that meditation can reduce cortisol levels in the body and help maintain stable blood sugar levels. In addition to meditation, simply taking time to rest and put aside worries is also a great way to reduce stress. Sometimes, just a relaxing evening with family or friends, turning off the phone and immersing yourself in a good book, can also reduce stress and help your body recover better. The nature of stress is the accumulation of negative energy, and when you do not release it, the stress level will increase, thereby affecting blood sugar levels. In addition to reducing stress, sleeping habits also have a big impact on diabetes control. If you don't get enough sleep or don't get enough deep sleep, your body won't be able to fully recover, and this can reduce your ability to produce insulin. Experts recommend that adults get at least 7 to 8 hours of sleep each night, especially when trying to control blood sugar levels. A recent study found that people who get less than 6 hours of sleep each night are at increased risk of type 2 diabetes, because insufficient sleep reduces insulin sensitivity, making it harder for the body to use glucose effectively. In addition to getting enough sleep, exercise also plays an important role in regulating blood sugar. You don't have to run a marathon or do anything too strenuous. Just 30 minutes of light exercise a day, such as walking or cycling, can improve your overall health. Exercise helps increase insulin sensitivity and helps the body use glucose more effectively. Furthermore, studies show that regular exercise reduces the risk of diabetes-related complications such as heart disease, kidney failure, or nerve damage. Number 4. Be careful, a healthy diet may not be good for diabetes. A diet that is considered healthy is not always suitable for diabetics. While the food may be good for your overall health, when you have diabetes, you need to be more careful with the food choices, as they can affect your blood sugar levels in unexpected ways. A good example is grape juice. Grapes are a fruit rich in vitamins, minerals, and anti-inflammatory compounds, and are popular for their great health benefits. However, when you juice grapes, you remove the valuable fiber, leaving the natural sugars and starches in the juice. This makes grape juice a high glycemic food, which can easily spike blood sugar levels. Fruit juice, in general, may be a popular example of a healthy food that is not always good for diabetics. Although fresh fruit is very healthy, when processed into juice, especially when it is devoid of fiber, it will quickly increase blood sugar levels. The fiber in fruit helps slow down the absorption of sugar into the blood, helping to control blood sugar levels. Therefore, instead of drinking fruit juice, a better choice is to eat whole fresh fruit. Not only will you get vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants from fruit, but you will also be provided with fiber to help stabilize blood sugar. Besides, some other foods, although considered healthy, can also be harmful to diabetics if used improperly. For example, refined grains such as white rice, white bread, or pasta. Although they can provide quick energy, they lack fiber and easily increase blood sugar. In contrast, whole grains such as oats, quinoa, or brown rice have a lower glycemic index and help maintain stable blood sugar levels. Therefore, when building a diet for diabetes, you need to not only choose healthy foods but also pay attention to how they are prepared and how suitable they are for your blood sugar levels. Do not rely solely on the reputation of a dish as healthy and ignore its impact on diabetes health. A smart diet is one that not only ensures overall health but also controls blood sugar levels well, avoiding complications that may occur during diabetes treatment. Number 5. Wait for long-term results. Controlling blood sugar is a long process and requires patience, and there are no immediate results. Changing your diet or lifestyle habits to improve your health takes time for your body to adapt and adjust. Especially for people with diabetes, you cannot expect everything to change immediately after a few weeks of following a diet or starting a new exercise routine. Remember, when you start changing your lifestyle or diet, your body needs time to react and readjust its health indicators. Controlling blood sugar levels is not a short-term test, but an ongoing process of maintaining stable blood sugar levels. You cannot expect results after a week or a month, because your body needs time to process and adapt to the changes you have made. In addition, it is important that you do not worry too much if you do not see a noticeable improvement immediately. Remember that the true results of blood sugar control can only be assessed through the HbA1c test, an index that measures your average blood sugar level over 2 to 3 months. Therefore, if you only monitor your blood sugar level daily or weekly, you may not see a big change right away. However, the HbA1c test will give you a clearer view of your health status after a certain period of time. Remember that patience is key. Changing your lifestyle and implementing a healthy diet is not a short-term race, but a long-term journey to maintain good health. Being able to maintain positive changes over the long term is the deciding factor in helping you control your blood sugar effectively and reduce the risk of developing complications of diabetes. Many diabetics complain that they have cut out all sugar from their diet, but their blood sugar levels are still out of control. They don't eat refined sugar, they don't eat cakes, but they still can't control their disease. That's because they have skipped refined carbohydrates, such as rice, bread, potatoes, or even some starchy vegetables. Whatever the case, try to grasp the following to avoid getting lost in the fight against diabetes. So, instead of cutting out sugar completely, learn to control your carbohydrate intake, make smart food choices, and incorporate them into your meals. Don't forget that stress management, sleep habits, and physical activity also play an important role in controlling diabetes. Start today, and be patient with small changes in your diet. You will definitely see a lasting difference, and remember that health is a journey, not a destination. Wishing you good health and good blood sugar control.